All right, so when you see a stat like 44% of houses on the market right now have taken a price reduction, this is worth a conversation. First of all, if you're a seller, this is not a panic moment. What this means is that the market is adjusting based on what's happening with interest rates. So why would that matter to you? Like, why would interest rates impact the price of houses? Well, interest rates impact how affordable it is to borrow. So the less affordable it is to borrow money, the less you can sell a house for, theoretically. I mean, let's just say all things being equal, a higher interest rate means it's less affordable to borrow money to buy said house. So in a market like we're in right now, what we're seeing is a drop in demand, and that drop in demand is happening in response to interest rates, right? So as soon as the rates go up, demand kind of drops. Buyers are like, never mind, it's too expensive. And then as soon as the rates get down to something a little more reasonable, and this is like not a lot, guys, like this is a small drop, causes buyers to be like, hey, we're back, baby, we're back in the game. And so when that's happening kind of in a dynamic way, like happening, day after day, it makes it difficult to know what is the best price to market your home at. So that's why price reductions have to happen, because if you throw it out there and the interest rates are 6.5%, or maybe that's what you first decide your price is going to be, is when the rates are 6.5%, but then by the time you get the pictures done, and then you had to paint, and then you had to do all this, and time has passed, and then you go active on the market, well, now rates are above 7%, you're in a whole different market. You've got buyers who now have opted out for a little bit of time, fewer buyers out shopping, their affordability is tighter. And now that house that would have popped at a 6.5% interest rate now is stagnant at 7%. So what can you do? First of all, if you're a seller, you're on the market right now, and whether you're one of my sellers or not, though I hope you're one of my sellers watching this, and especially if you're being stubborn about price reduction, please understand that after just 1 or 2 days active on the market, if we're not getting activity on your home, and what is activity? That's people calling us. Hey, when can we see it? We're excited about it. This looks great. People showing it. Hey, we got to walk through, because remember, buyers in general are not going to buy a house unless they've walked through it and seen it in person. So if you're not having that activity after just 1 or 2, maybe 3 days, you already know that unless your pictures are terrible, something's funky, or maybe the description your agent wrote is whack. If those 2 things are checked off, then the last thing that needs to be looked at is the price. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to lower the price of what you want your goal price to be, your ending sales price. But what it does mean is that the current price you have right now is not bringing, all the boys to the yard. No one's coming. So what you must do is very quickly adjust that. The reason is people say, okay, hey, I'll just give it more time. My buyer probably just hasn't had a chance to log on the internet today and look. We've been on the market for a week and a half, and they just haven't gotten around to calling yet. No. It's not how it works. How it works is that if somebody is out and they are seriously wanting to buy a home, they're checking Zillow every single day, multiple times a day. They're checking Redfin. They're checking Realtor.com. They're getting alerts from their realtors sent to their email. It means they've already seen your house. And for whatever reason, probably the price, they're not interested in coming to see it. Or if they've come and looked at it. So let's say you have had a few people come through your house. They've seen it. And they're like, okay, hey, thanks for having me. We'll think about it. And you've had a lot of people do that, or if you had 5 or 6 people come do that, okay, it's time to make an adjustment. You not making the adjustment quickly is only hurting your bottom line. Because the faster you make that adjustment, the house is still fresh on the market. It doesn't have the stink of rejection on it yet. You need to have that happen quickly so that you can still be fresh at a better price to get more new eyes on it, to get a new group of buyers looking at it. Because think about it, how do buyers shop? They're on Zillow, they're going to adjust for price. As soon as they adjust for price, then it's going to include only those houses in that price. So if you lower your price, now you're in a new bracket with a new set of eyes. Maybe some of those buyers can pay a little bit more than what their top end was if they find the right house, the right deal. So you need to get in front of fresh eyes in order to get some activity going, again, to get showings going so that you can actually sell your home. So when we see 44% of the homes on market have to lower their price, this does not mean there's some precipitous drop. Oh, the crash is starting. That's not what that means. What it means is that because rates have been fluctuating so much, it's hard to hit that right price to know that you're going to have some great activity right up front. And as homes get to stagnate on that market, they got to start lowering their price. You don't want to be one of those houses. that is death to your final number. That is hurting you. That's making your house look rejected. You don't want your house being rejected. You want to be the belle of the ball. So take my advice, swiftly lower that price if you need to do it, or if you're thinking about selling your home, understand the importance of pricing to the current market conditions you're in, not the past that has closed in your neighborhood, because that is history and we're dealing with now. I hope this video helps you. Have a great day.